So, it's almost a month since the first half of this video. I finished up then with the primer and everything, and then had to do a few things, and then life got in the way, and I've been picking up the pieces since. A few crazy things have happened. Been a hectic few weeks. It's literally almost a month after I've recorded the first half of the video, so. But I'm going to attack it again today. I've actually gone and gotten some proper paint. So I've got a made up aerosol can of the paint. So that is going to allow me to spray the whole thing in the proper colour. Just got a print going. So I had this, I was printing this big thing, and I had to pause it because there's a double adapter over there that I needed, and this power cable was going into it, so I had to pause the print, unplug it, then resume it. When I resumed it, the extruder was blocked because the stepper motor for the filament was skipping, and usually that means that either this is too loose or the filament isn't flowing properly, and it was the filament not flowing. But I plumbed it out with the this bad boy, wherever it is, this one over here. So every Ender 3 should come with one of these. It's just a small piece of wire that you just shove up into the extruder, and it will clear it out. And it seems to be printing alright now. You'll know if it's if your extruder is becoming blocked, if your print sort of, like, if it's printing pretty solid and then up the top it's just getting real scattered and sort of weak and shit. Like, that's 2mm thick. It should be really strong, but it's just breaking. So obviously the extrusion wasn't as thick as what it was programmed to be. So we'll see if this is improved. If it's still a bit weak, then I'll have to fully take it apart and just completely clear out the extruder and the nozzle. But so far it seems to be going alright. Time will tell. Obviously I'll keep an eye on this. If it starts skipping again, then we'll know it hasn't properly been cleared out. So just stay on that. But yeah, so get on the Thrive. If you know what it is, Google it. It's amazing. But yeah, so getting back on the daily. So open me shit up. Alrighty, so should do. Nice. Right. Wait. Let's see. Just get me keys. The last few days I've been feeling real shitty, real depressed and stuff. I don't really know why, but I think I figured it out. It's because I haven't been recording anything. I've been doing things because of how crazy the last few weeks have been for me. I haven't really felt motivated to record anything, but I'm gonna go back into it, I reckon. But Mum's just rocked up with some pies. Nice. I'm gonna have to stick all this back up again, it's all fallen down. I've had a few hot days, so I didn't expect that to last anyway. But yeah. I'll fire this back up again in a second. Alright, so Mum just came around, but I'm gonna have to get this back up. So this tape's like lost all the stickiness. I'm gonna have to use some new masking tape, so we'll get that done. Alrighty, fuck! I just heard my freaking printer skip again. God damn it. It looks like it's not even that solid. Yep, see the first, the most recent half of it, it's sort of way more scattered. You'll probably find that this will start skipping soon. Yep, right there. Fuck me. That's so annoying. Means the whole thing's probably just gonna be shit. I'm gonna have to take the whole thing apart and just clean it out. That's so annoying. Bloody hell. Oh well. It's all part of it. That's why it's still a very, very technical, finicky thing, because it's still in its early stages of development and people are still sort of figuring out the kinks. That's why at this level, the consumer level, it's still sort of hard to make a profit off a 3D printing business, but when you learn stuff like this, you sort of get used to it and you pick up on the signs. Like this happened when I originally started, I have no idea what was wrong. I'd be sitting around for hours wondering why it was skipping. It's happened before, but yeah, it just happened again. But I know now I have to take the extruder apart and actually clean that out, so we'll see how this print turns out anyway, but it'll probably be pretty weak because it won't, when the extruder's failing, it actually has less of a the filament's not as strong when it's printed. It's because it's it's doing it too much now. It's doing it constantly. Fire out. So it's blocking up as it's printing. It's just doing it all the time now. See that? So on the Z hop phase, when it brings it back, it skips sometimes. So it's expecting it to flow more, but it's not. It's restricting it somewhat. So definitely an extrusion issue there. Still pretty strong though. Hopefully it's still flowing just enough to give it enough filament that it'll still be a strong part and not just be falling apart. Because the top of this was just like all this printed pretty solid, and then the top was just like nothing. It's just like individual lines of filament, like, but that's just the support, whereas this is the model. But you can even tell on that, like, I mean, not the best print quality anyway, but still solid. Whereas top few have just been super weak. So obvious extrusion problem. So that means I'm going to have to take this fan cover off, then probably heat up the hot end whilst trying to plumb it out with the I'll use this one because this one's got a bit more grab on it because it's looped over, so it'll really help pull whatever the blockage is out. My other 3D printer's got an extrusion problem as well, but that's to do with it's just like a heat proof. It's like this, but I don't know if that's heat proof, but the one in my other 3D printer, it sort of goes between the hose that holds the filament and the extruder. So this heat proof tube, basically, it's got a split in it, and I think same sort of deal as it's extruding it and it's not flowing enough, and then it's sort of going back into the tube and then kind of spilling out the split, and that just in turn dries and then just blocks it up. So I'm gonna have to get a new tube for my other one. I don't know if this has a tube inside the hot end. It's probably just the red bit there, and then it goes to the heating element, and then the extruder screws into the heating element. So I assume it'd be somewhere between the nozzle, the heating element, and just in that section the blockage is, but hasn't skipped for a while, so I'm going to leave it again. I'm just going to leave this one at this. It's on 37%, so it's been going for 43 minutes, so I'm going to leave it for a couple of hours and see where we're at. We're getting behind schedule now. I need to get back onto this. I really need to get this car done. I need a daily. I'm sick of not having my own car. It sucks. I reckon we're almost ready to heat it up with some paint. There are a lot of spots where I can get through, but I don't really care. It should be right. Maybe stick this middle bit together. Yeah, I reckon it's ready to heat it up. bit of spray paint. So yeah, so I've primed it, but it's been left for like a month, so I'm like, fucking scared the Jesus out of me. That was a giant moth. It was like the size of a bird. You've probably seen that. It was like this big. Holy fuck. They're huge. What the hell? Holy shit. Ooh, got my juices flowing. Alright. Yeah, it's been left for like a month, so I'm going to have to brush it off, I reckon, before I paint it. See, obviously, when you primer something, it's good to apply paint pretty soon after, but if you don't, eventually dust will build up and spider webs and whatnot, so you'll want to just get rid of all that before you hit it up with the paint. So just whatever works. Get it all nice and prepped. Didn't even think of that. I might have to bog first. Jeez. Fully forgot about that. So this little spot here I am actually bogging up. So I might actually make up a small amount of bog, do that first, and then sand that back and primer that again. But I'll do it all today, I reckon, with the paint and everything, so I'll get that bog started. It's a lightweight car filler. One part hardener to 50 parts of filler by weight. Mix thoroughly using a body filler applicator to a uniform color. Apply a thin layer of the mixture using firm, even pressure with the applicator. That will do as an applicator, I think. Apply additional layers no more than 3 mm at a time using firm pressure to force the product into crevices and to eliminate any air pockets formed during mixing. Build up the surface higher than the surrounding areas. Fucking baby spider on me. There's so many spiders in this house, it's fucked. It's what it's like living in Australia, mate. Alright, I'll get an appropriate palette. Alright, there's some bit of measuring involved in this, so I guess we can do that together. So okay. One of these bad boys. If you know, you know. Alright, so I get my filler. Also get something to weigh it on. Do not use cardboard. Fuck, what have I got? That's too dirty. Jeez, I just need something shitty. Ooh, I know. Just cut this up. How's that? There you go. Recycling. Oh, there's something in the eyeball. Alrighty, so I'm going to cut this bad boy up. There's that. Hell yeah. Alright, now, so zero that. And we want 1 part for this to 50 parts of that. So, oof, that's some stuff right there. God damn. This bad boy, so 50 parts. I'm just going to do 50 grams to 1 gram. Hopefully that works out alright. Guess I'll just use this. So, you know what? I'm going to do 10 grams to 0.2 of this. I think that works out. Yep. 1 to 5. 1 to 5, yep. So, and then 2 grams of that. No, oh yeah. 1 to 50, so it'd be 0.2. Yeah. 0.2. Alright. Oh, that's fucking potent. Woo. Hold up, I need some PPE for this shit. Oof. Oh, luckily masks are readily available. Alright. Face mask. Phew. Alright. So now 0.2, so we're at 10.7. Yep, 10.7. So we'll go to 10.9 with this. Oh, for fuck's sake. Alright, we're at 10.5 now. Hang on. Alright, 10.53, we're going to do 10.73. Tiny bit more. Beautiful. Alright, that's it. Now, mix that up. And then we should be in business. Okay. Beautiful, look at that. I reckon that's spot on. Nice. Very nice. Alright. So, I think we're ready. Ready to fill anyway. So, put this back over here. Hope I don't get fill all over my phone. Oh, shit, Nigel. Alright, let's get to it. Now, let's brush it back a bit. Alright, now, start applying this stuff. Make sure it's all mixed. That was literally the perfect amount. I'm so happy with that. Alright. That'll do. Now, so, just got that all bogged up. So I'm just going to wait for that to dry, sand it back, and then apply another coat of primer to that bit, and then we'll be ready to paint. But literally used all of it, like that was spot on. Hell yeah. Is it just me, or every time, does anyone else get this? Doesn't matter how you put the mask on, it always ends up like this. Like, I have to constantly fucking fix it, and then it just ends up fucking going back here again. It's so annoying. But awesome. So, how long does this take to dry? The working time is approximately 5 minutes where the ambient temperature is 20 degrees. Yeah, it's about that. Allow 20 minutes, so not that long at all. How's this bad boy going? Bad? So, the skipping is sort of, it's intermittent, so I think it's still managing to get some filament through, if not most of it. But any skipping on the extruder stepper anyway is not what you want. So if there's any skipping whatsoever, you'll notice like a slight knock every now and then, and this will just spaz out that. So it'd be like that's the sound. It's like every time it skips. But those Z hops are promising. Very promising. Good. So it may have got its shit together. Still needs attention though, but we'll see how it pans out. Yeah, I'm gonna wait 20 minutes and yeah, I'll be back. Alrighty. This one just finished. Just finished, like it's still cooling down. I'm gonna wait until it cools down a bit, because then actually be able to pull it off the bed properly. Why did that just move? Weird. But I'm pretty sure it's been around 20 minutes or longer, so I'm going to get the sandpaper out. I'm going to start with high grit. What's that? Really high grit. And I'll go. I'll start with low grit, go higher, and then eventually go up to. Do I have higher than 150? Surely. I don't want too high. That's probably in the 2000s. 1200. Too high. I'll go around to 800 if I can find it. And that's wet dry as well. Something I don't want. Should be right with 150. I'll just lightly sand it. So it's all dried. I'm going to start with probably the block. It's quite dirty though actually, so I don't know if I'll use that. Don't want to just make it filthy. I'll keep it pretty clean. So oh shit. Probably using PPE again with this. I don't think it'd be good to breathe in, but YOLO. If that's not too dirty. Fuck these moss off, Jesus. Right. Still a couple of holes in there. So I might put a tiny bit more filler in there. And then sand it back again. But I'm pretty happy with that so far. Turned out alright. Oh, I don't know. Should I really bother with more filler? I mean, I should probably do it. Just make it look legit, I guess. Make it look as much like that size as I can. Damn, it's annoying. Alright, tiny bit more filler. I'm not gonna measure it, I'm just gonna send it. Okay. Just a tiny bit of this. That much probably do. I'm just going on colour really, and it seems to be the right colour anyway, so get back on it. Alright. Alright. A couple little tiny holes I need to fix up still. Alright. Should do it. Alrighty. So still got a fuck ton of filler. But should be right. Got this hole sorted out. Just wait for that to dry. And I'll fire this back up, sand it away, and then primer it. We should be right. Alrighty, so it's been about 40 minutes. It's cooled down a bit, so hopefully should just very nice. You can definitely tell it's under extruding though, because for sure you shouldn't be able to see through the brim. But yeah, so definitely not as much filament getting through as there should be. But we'll see how the model went. My tool. I've got a sick tool that helps me with this stuff. Jeez. I'll just use a screwdriver. Let's get some of this support off. Honestly, it looks a lot better than last time. Last time when I was taking the support off, it actually snapped the ring off, so and the orientation last time was that, which when it's printing planar, so FDM printers, they print planar. So do one plane, move up a layer, do another plane, just so on and so forth. You need to really consider the strength of your models when you're printing like that, because if there's a bit where something connects to like a flat base, for example, like this bit, and it's printed planar and it's just gone one plane and done, that's the connection is just one layer, then that'll be a really weak point. So you want to orientate these sideways, so when it's doing this layer, it incorporates whatever's on the base in the one layer, and that actually each layer reinforces the whole model, because it's a better connection between the two sides. So I did that, printed it sideways, and it's a lot stronger now. Like, that's not gonna break. So nice. Also lowered the infill density, so makes things a lot easier. It did print quite sketchy though, and that would have been due to the filament not extruding properly. So, but it'll do. It will do, nonetheless. So, head back out here. So I reckon I have to read a sand back again. So here we go. No, I'm breathing in way too much. Put this mask back on. Alrighty. So good having a camera or a phone that has 3 different cameras on it, and it switches whilst you're recording, which is just, if you've noticed in my videos when I do that, it really helps. Instead of trying to manually zoom, just having the options there. Cameras have come a long way in mobile phones, I tell you what. Like, I was going to invest in a proper camera for this stuff, but almost don't need to. This is a Samsung Galaxy S20, the base model though. So even the base is pretty decent. Still worth over $1,000 though, Australian. Alrighty. I reckon that's ready for primer now. So, pretty smooth. Might do it a bit more up here actually. Alrighty. Okay, so I reckon I'm gonna brush this off. Turned out pretty good, I reckon. Nice. Okay. Now I'm going to reprime that. I think so use color spec primers and clear coat. So I don't think mine's color spec by any means. Where is it? Oh, here's the question. Septone. Yeah. Should work. Should work, alright. So I'm gonna hit up this spot real quick. Now, how long have I got after this? About 1 hour before sanding and prepping for top coats. So I'm gonna do 2 small quick coats back to back. Because I've already sanded, I reckon I should be able to just paint on top. It's not, I don't want it to be showroom quality, but you know, it'll get there. Oh, fuck. Alright. Get a rag handy just in case I do get overspray on that one. Okay. Oof. Nice. Nice. Nice, mate. Nice. Still got that line pretty defined in there, and even that line still pretty good. Fuck yeah, even that inner line's pretty good. I made sure to get that little nice in there. Shit, what, mate? How about it? Alright, so I'm gonna let that dry for about 5 minutes, apply another coat, and then you know the rest. So it's time for a second coat. So slap that on. See if I'm gonna left-handed. Oh, actually no, I don't trust myself doing that. When I originally filmed all of these clips, I didn't know I'd be turning it into a 3-part series. So that last clip I just filmed on part 2 on this video. Before I filmed that last one, my mate came over and I actually filmed that whilst he was here, hence why it was so quick and short. And I couldn't film any more after that, so I'm just editing it now. Just thought I'd make this short little outro, just clear up confusion with part 1 and part 2, like the lack of outro. There'll be an outro in part 3, so don't worry, you can look forward to that. But yeah, thanks for watching. That was part 2. Stay tuned, and yeah, cheers guys.